What's going on, guys? Lotus Fotis here, back with another video. This is of course a new series. Yay. Why am I doing new series these weeks? Because I want to get the unique shifts started with and then do all the other what ifs I already have. I'm going to be continuing them, of course. Sure, it may be taking time, but I will be continuing them. And if there's anyone wondering what if Deku was psychopathic and in the world of Dungeon Rappa, I will be doing that, but not this exact month. As a matter of fact, not in the next 5 months, actually. It's going to be my Halloween special. Why? Because Dungeon Rappa is, well, an anime filled with gore, and what's good with gore? Halloween. So this is going to be my Halloween special. Of course, I will have a Christmas special. I did my Valentine's Day special. So yeah, I'll probably have a special for seasons as well, but that does not matter. That depends on you guys, alright? So yeah, so this is going to be, what if Deku was betrayed version 2? Yes. Why am I saying version 2 and not redo? Because I'm already doing a redo, but this is gonna be version 2. I don't know if I'm going to add any other concept into this, like framed or actually, yeah, because that's how betrayed usually works. Because they get framed first and then they get betrayed. So, other than those two concepts, I don't think I'll be putting in abandoned, isolated, or anything like that. So, let's get into the video. So, we start off at the USJ, where a crying Izuku Midoriya in his head is thinking, why? Why is this happening to me? Oh, and if you're wondering what the power that Izuku's gonna get is, I will be telling you the power, and I want you to think of the most OP shit that you can ever think of. The power he will have is called Manipulate. If you think it's stupid, you're gonna wish you never thought it was stupid after I tell you how he uses it. Alright? So yeah, as I was saying, we cut to a crying Izuku Midoriya who is saying, why? Why is this happening to me? What did I even do? Now, we cut back to 20 hours ago, where Izuku Midoriya at this current moment is currently training with Momo Yaoyorozu. Psych nigga. Well, yeah, it's Momo training with him, but like, hold up. Oh, my bad for the quiet. If you're wondering why Momo, I know I said the ship was Pixie Bob, it's still Pixie Bob, it's just that Momo's gonna be a witness to him not being the traitor. So, yeah. Alright, so Izuku, he is with Momo training their quirks. Momo is helping Izuku train his quirk by creating hard things so he can strengthen the toughness of his fist. So it's as solid as a rock when punching enemies. So it has more impact after punch. And Momo, she's strengthening her, well, digestive system by eating as much as she can before she gets sick. And every time she gets sick, she gets 1 times closer to immunity. So, yeah. So, she has been training, but at this time, Class 1A, except for Momo, and Midoriya has gotten a text along with every other student, except for Midoriya and Momo, that Izuku Midoriya is the traitor, and here's why. They sent them a video as well, showing that Izuku Midoriya is stealing files from UA, and most of this specifically about, well, upcoming events. So, Class 1A see this, they're like, oh my god, I can't believe he's the traitor. As Izuku, he is walking back with Momo, saying good workout and stuff like that, and they're talking and stuff like that. They don't have feelings for each other, they're, well, mutual friends. I can make Momo friends with benefits with Deku. I'm joking. I'm joking. But, yeah, they're just walking back as Izuku, he walks in and says, hey guys, how are you? To which he gets slapped. Well, no. To which they said, oh, hey Midoriya. Why are you wondering why they answered that? Because, well, like I always do with All Might, he sends a separate text saying, act like you're his friend. Oh, to have half a brain cell. Yes. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing what if Deku was abandoned again after I finished the first one? But this time, not only Izuku will get a godly power, but the population rate for Quirkless will be 0. Yes, I'm going to kill off Izuku Midoriya. And in a brutal way at that, I'm going to kill him off. So he's gonna get opt off. Oh, sad. Alright. So yeah, about solo leveling Deku, yeah, that shit will come out. It's gonna be coming up, but not right now. Alright, so yeah, fast forward to the next day where Izuku, he is in pain after getting, well, punched by the Nomu and then getting, well, stomped on by All Might. To which he passes out, and in his mindscape, he's crying, saying, why? To which, in Izuku's mind, he sees, well, 3 colors: red, white, and purple. And somebody wanted me to pick red, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do purple. I'm doing purple because, well, this is not the one that this is not the same one as What If Deku Was Framed and Betrayed, where Mandalay's the ship. And Mandalay will be the ship for What If Deku Was Framed and Betrayed version 2, where he is a villain. So yeah. For this one, I don't know. No, he's not gonna be a villain. Alright, he's not gonna be a hero nor a villain. So yeah. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm ready for this. Alright. So Izuku, he picks the purple one, which is in the middle. And the purple one says, you have chosen my ability. The ability you have gained is called manipulation. You can manipulate anything, but you must train it to its fullest potential. And Izuku, he says, well, shit, you just made things really easy for me in the future. And he's like, how is that? And Izuku says, watch. Izuku, he says, he gets out of his mindscape and, like, take in mind, everybody's out, even class 1A, so it's basically nighttime and the lights are off. To which Izuku, he manipulates, well, not his body parts, but his progress speed. And he multiplied it by 1000. If you heard that noise, that was my window. I apologize about that. Oh, wow, I haven't closed this in a while, so it's getting hard. Okay. So, yeah. So, Izuku, he multiplies it by 1000. Yeah, 1000. To which he then says, manipulate. Healing factor. To which he boosts his healing factor by 1,000,000. And he heals himself, and then he manipulates reality. I said manipulate. Yes, when I said manipulate, I meant manipulate everything. Reality, fiction, it doesn't matter. It could be one thing, he could manipulate the vice versa as well. Okay, he can do anything. Anything he wants. He can go into space, he can kill gods, he can even kill humans. Okay, he is a demigod, god, and upper god. He is a crystalline being. Celestial being. Oh wow, I almost forgot that word. Alright, so yeah. Alright. So yeah, as Midoriya, first he strengthens his body and speed and stuff like that. And then he says he will enhance his body to use percentages. He has infinite percentages. So yeah. Now, we cut back to UA. This is probably going to be a one-shot. Why? Because I'm going to need it to be a one-shot. I'll probably be stopping at, well, the sports festival for this one. Why the sports festival? Because I have something planned. So yeah. So, yeah. Now, Izuku, he has completely mastered his, well, powers in, well, the rift between existence and fiction. No, actuality in fiction, my bad. So yeah. So he gets out of, well, the thing, and then he goes in between life and death. You're wondering, why is that? So he can get an understanding of what life is and what death is. To which he gets an understanding of what it is, and he is now immortal. Even though he can, well, manipulate life in his own body to make him immortal, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to train. He doesn't want the easier way out. So yeah. So you may be wondering, what type of person am I? To be for real, I don't like hard work, but I don't like taking it easy either. So yeah, if I were to have a power, alright, here's the main three powers I'd actually have. Every power I give Deku are actually powers that if I had a chance to possibly get, I'd take. But the main three I'd rather have are, of course, Power of the Word, Card Trick, and the ability to move small objects. If you don't know why, well then, for Card Trick, check What If Deku Was Left Behind. For the ability to move small objects, check What If Deku Was Kicked Out of UA. For Power of the Word, check What If Deku Was Betrayed. The original one, the first ever videos I made. The one with I think 5 or 6 parts. Possibly 7, but it's most likely 6. So yeah. I know you keep hearing that sound, that's because, well, I'm talking a lot. I've been talking a lot today. So yeah. Alright. So, Izuku, he's basically minding his own business and stuff like that. And he basically has a house. He made a whole castle. Basically, he made a home for himself, which is virtually invisible unless you bump into it, which nobody can since it's, well, in between a time rift. And Zuko, he lives there, spending his days and stuff like that. And when he's not in his house, he's always on Earth, just looking after UA to see what they're doing. Not that he forgives them, but looking after them and stuff like that. He doesn't care whether they die or not, he's just looking over them to see what interesting dumb shit could they be doing. And he hears that there is going to be a sports festival. Is this going to be short? Yes, it is. Oh, wow. No, forget sports festival at the moment. To which he hears that they will be doing the USJ again. As Class 1A says, okay. To which Class 1A, they pack their stuffs, get ready, and next week. And Momo has been trying to convince her family that Izuku was not the villain, to which she got kicked out because of. So yeah, she got kicked out. She is now living on the streets. And while passing by Earth, he saw Momo on the streets, to which he puts an invisible barrier around her, and while she's sleeping, he lifts her up and puts her in a bed in his house. And the next day, Momo wakes up to wonder, where is she? What is this place? I need to get out of here. To which she goes to the living room and sees somebody sitting on a couch. Or a chair, to be a couch, reading a book. It's basically, it's not some interesting book, it's just a regular book. Psychological manga, you dumb bro. He reading the future of My Hero Academia itself. Haha. He see midnight about to die. Oh, that's crazy. Oh shit, my bad. Ooh, damn, that's tough. I spoiled it, and there's nothing I could do about that. But I'm gonna be putting in the title, so tough luck for those who, well, listen to this at their own risk, right? So yeah, Momo, she gets to the living room to see Izuku Midoriya reading a manga. As I'm gonna put manga spoiler in the title. Yeah, all right then. Cause I'm sorry about the spoiler. I didn't warn you. I didn't warn you at all. I apologize for that. So yeah, Momo sees him as Midoriya says, "Oh, Momo, you're away." And Momo, she gets into a fighting stance and says, "Who are you?" As Midoriya says, "Calm down. I saw what happened with your parents, and you trying to, well, say that I'm innocent." And Momo says, "What innocent? Who are you?" Midoriya says, "Wow, You forgot your old training partner that quick, huh? Momo said training partner. Izuku? As Izuku says, yup, that's me. As she runs and hugs him and says, I'm so glad you're okay. As Midoriya says, it's fine, Momo. So yeah, let me tell you what happened. And Momo says, alright. And Midoriya says, well, approximately, I think, 10 to 12 hours ago, you fell asleep, or to be more precise, you passed out due to, well, lack of heat. Well, body heat. So, I picked you up and brought you to my house. And Momo says, your house? But you're not rich. Midoriya says, well, I don't need to be rich since my power is manipulation of everything. And Momo says, oh, wow. And Midoriya says, oh, about that. I kind of manipulated your quirk. It's actually much better now. You don't have to know how the thing is created. All you have to do is, well, think of what you want to create, and it will, well, be created. And the whole thing with, showing skin thing, yeah, no. Yeah, it doesn't work no more. And Momo says, really? Thank you. And Midoriya says, yeah, it's fine. So, yeah, you got kicked out of UA. I saw that too because, well, you couldn't pay the school fees. So, what do you want to do? She says, it's fine. I'm down with anything. And you may be wondering, what is the ship for Momo? There will be no ship. Maybe I'll add Momo to the ship. Huh. Tell me if you want me to add Momo to the ship. Alright? Alright then. So, Momo and Izuku, they're basically minding their own business. To which Izuku says, I'll go down and check on UA at the moment. Momo says, why are you checking down on them? Don't you hate them? Izuku says, yeah, I'm checking them out, but that doesn't mean that... yeah, I hate them, but that doesn't mean I don't, well, want to see what interesting dumb shit they're doing. Momo says, fair point. And Midoriya says, there's food in the kitchen if you want any. As Momo says, okay, as he leaves, and Momo just sits there reading a book. And yeah, so Midoriya gets down knowing full well it's the sports festival, but doesn't tell Momo why, because, well, he doesn't want Momo to interfere. So yeah, does that make it a little longer? No, it does not. So, yeah, as he is, well, floating towards, the stadium, he sees Pixie Bob getting harassed by Tiger. Yay! Tiger is harassing. Well, not the current Tiger we know and love, but the person that first held the spot of Tiger. Because Tiger, let's just say he was a replacement for that guy because, well, the way he acted around Pixie Bob. He tried to, well, take her. He tried to, well, win her love, but she didn't love him. So yeah, Izuku sees her getting harassed. As Midoriya, he picks her up and says, hey babe, and stuff like that, just to get that nigga pissed off. As she says, oh hey, I thought you weren't coming. And Izuku says, oh, changed my mind. As he says, who are you? As Izuku says, oh, I'm her boyfriend, who are you? And he says, stop lying, buddy, I'm her boyfriend. As Izuku says, oh really now? As Izuku, he proceeds to kiss her. He kisses her as she's surprised, but she kisses back. As the guy that's Tiger, he gets pissed. As he says, I'll get you back. I'll get my revenge. So yeah, as they're walking in, as she says thank you, and Izuku says no problem, and stuff like that. And go inside the stadium, to which Izuku, he suddenly disappears without any trace and stuff like that. So, yeah, we start and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is probably going to be like 2 parts. Why is it? No, it's not going to be 2 parts. You know what? I'll finish at Steinark. Yeah, I'll finish at Steinark. Yeah, I'll just finish at Steinark. It's still probably going to be like a 2 or 3 part one, but it's going to be alright. So, yeah. So, yeah, we're at Steinark. To which No, we're at the USJ. No, not USJ. Fuck. Actually, I forgot about the USJ. So yeah, back at the USJ. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been getting distracted lately. So yeah, back at the USJ, they get attacked again, and the class says, "Why do you keep attacking us? I thought the villain was not with us." And Shigaraki, he starts laughing, saying, "You really thought he was a villain, didn't you, you dumbasses?" And they're like, "What do you mean, thought? He is." As Shigaraki says, "That green-haired bimbo was no traitor of UA. He doesn't even have the balls to do so." As I will be doing one where Alpha One is the dad, and this one I will make it so the Alpha One actually cares about Izuku, because as we all see in the anime, he only cares about power and beating the living shit out of All Might and getting one for all back. So yeah, so yeah, so so yeah, back with the UA Sports Festival, as everything goes as canon, and Midoriya sees Ida and says he's not going at his full speed. That's sad. He has a lot of potential, but sad thing is he doesn't have that. He's not that strong. So Midoriya, he basically looks like this, basically. So yeah, the picture on the screen is Deku. So yeah. So everything goes to canon and stuff like that. But this time, Bakugo gets the 1 million. No, Todoroki since. Yeah, Todoroki. Yeah, Todoroki since Bakugo has to charge up his explosions. So yeah, Todoroki got first place in the 1 billion points. And the same team's going, stuff like that. And Todoroki is at first place. Bakugo's in second, and all the other teams win. So we start with in this one, Ojiro did not drop out of the matches. Ojiro did not jump match, so he had to fight Shinsho again, and he lost. And then it was Todoroki versus Shinso, my bad. To which Todoroki freezes Shinso and kicks him out of the ring. As every match goes as canon, as Bakugo, he goes easier on Uraraka since they started dating, and Izuku sees this and says, "Ill, disgusting. She's a whore." As Midoriya, he can see their true intentions of why they want to be hero. Uraraka, of course, for the money. Bakugo to be famous and get all the money and stuff like that. And who's next? Todoroki to prove to his old man that he could be a great hero and stuff like that. And Eiji Kirishima to honor his late, favorite hero, Red Riot. Crimson Riot, my bad. Not Red Riot, Crimson Riot. So yeah. So Izuku, he sees this as he's fine. As he's like, okay. So what's the fight with Zero and Kirishima, to which the whole ice thing happens, but the people that were going to get hit by the ice did not get hit by the ice. As a matter of fact, Izuku put up a barrier to chip off the pieces and did not hurt the people. The people see this and they're like, who's that? Whose quirk is that? But they don't know who it is. So then, now it's Bakugo and Todoroki's turn. As the fight goes the same, but when Bakugo goes for his special move, everyone just hears a snap like this. Yeah, basically. He hears like a snap, to which everything stops. Everything in the ring stops. To which Midnight's looking around and looks up and says, "Over there." To which she points at Izuku, where they see Izuku walking down, and Izuku says, "I don't like this." To which he walks down and he pushes Bakugo. back to the starting position, and Todoroki back to the starting position, and he puts time back on them. And they're like, what happened? And Bakugo's explosion thing, it got destroyed by Izuku because Izuku broke it. To which Izuku, they see this person in the middle who like, who are you in a fighting stance? To which Izuku, he walks up to Todoroki and Todoroki says, what do you want? To which Izuku proceeds to slap Todoroki says, how dare you? And Midoriya says, shut up, peasant. To which every hero, everyone in the stadium feels a shocking pressure. If you watched, Demon Slayer, you know the pressure that Muzan put on the lower demons when he was killing them? Yeah, that type of pressure. They feel that type of pressure, so they're like they're frozen in fear due to the massive pressure on them. And Todoroki and Bakugo have it worse since they're the closest to Midoriya. Well, mostly Todoroki. As Midoriya, his eyes, they go from that gray color to red. And he says, the disrespect you're showing your opponents is not to be tolerated. As Todoroki looks into his eyes and sees the souls of many trapped souls, as he's wondering, what the hell are you? And Midoriya, he grabs him and pulls him towards him and says, if, and I mean this, if you do not use that fire side of yours and go all out to give your opponent a fair fight, you will not only be one of the souls, but you will be one of them that will get punished after I'm done with you. So yeah, he basically sounds like that, and he scares the living shit out of Todoroki. And Midori says, do you understand me? As he says, yes. As he goes back to his normal selves and says, okay. As he goes next to Midnight, and he takes Midnight's whip, as Midnight says, hey, my whip. And Midoriya says, no, As he says, on your mark, get set, go. As they both go, and Todoroki starts using his flames. As Endeavor says, Shoto! And before he could even continue anything, he feels a hand grab him, to which he is thrown to a wall. And he's like, what happened? To which Izuku floats in front of him and says, my, kick. Interesting. The number 2 hero. I don't like the souls that you have done things to, and there happen to be your own family. Oh, interesting. Well then, let me tell you how things are gonna work from now on. Not only will I be seeing you in hell in the future, but let's just say your experience won't be too demonic. So, I suggest you calm yourself and the actions you do towards others. Otherwise, other than demonic and chaotic, hell won't be anything you want. As a matter of fact, you're this close to being sent to the 8th gates of hell. And he's like, what are the 8 gates of hell? And he says, well, the 8 gates of hell are, how do I say this? They're the worst place to be punished, and the 8th gate is the worst. To which, actually, Satan is frozen in ice and eating all the souls that have been trapped in there. And not only after you get eaten, you will turn into a soul, but you'll be trapped in my eyes, to which you'll be stuck in purgatory as a statue to show what will happen to you if you ever get to the 8th gate of hell. As he's shocked and he's like, what? As Izuku says, you heard me. Now, I suggest that you stop. Now, back with class. Back with the fighting. Izuku turns back and he puts a barrier on them, and they see the barrier, and Izuku says, "You boys can go all out. And while you're at it, let me give you some moral teachings." As he's basically flying around them and says, "Todoroki, if you want more efficient with your powers, I suggest you think about a weapon you want with your power. Bakugo, instead of just doing random explosions, you should concentrate the heat and you should concentrate the blast as well. Concentrate it into one point of impact." Actually, I was actually thinking of that in the first part. I was like, shit, if Bakugo were to like put them shits, he could nuke the whole place. And he says, "Bakugo, if you have an explosion strong enough to, well, let's just say, nuke this place, Todoroki wouldn't get hurt at all, so you don't have to worry." As Bakugo says, "Really?" As Izuku says, "Yeah." And he says, "Todoroki, you could have the same abilities, but yours are different. You can use heat and, well, water to freeze the person's body and give them hypothermia, or you can freeze and heat it up to make them their body or skin crack and break and they die." And they're like, "Oh my god." As they say, "Oh god," as Izuku says, "Calm down, you two. What I'm teaching you is how to get better control of your quirks, not how to nuke the world and kill villains. Any of those attacks I'm telling you are to be used in very specific measures, whether you have to kill the villain or not. If you do not have to kill the villain, do not use these attacks, but if you do, I recommend, Bakugo, you hit it straight in the heart or the head and make it explode." As they said, okay. As they're going all out with Izuku's teachings, and everybody sees this, they're like, "What? How?" As Nezu sees, he's teaching them faster than our teachers can. As Izuku, he's just floating around like, "Your quirks could be the strongest ones, but you used them in the wrong way." And he says, "Todoroki, instead of, well, creating things like, let's just say, how about try crystallizationing the air around you?" And he's like, "What? Why would I do that?" And Izuku says, "Well, it's very simple, actually. The air around you is full of droplets," to which he snaps. And Todoroki sees a whole lot of droplets in the air. He's like, what is this?" As Izuku says, "These are the water droplets in the air, also known as the vapor that comes after water has been heated to a certain temperature." And Todoroki says, "But how do I solidify them?" And Izuku says, "Don't just try to solidify them, try reaching out to them." And he tries reaching out to them and solidifying them, and he says, "Todoroki, you're doing it wrong. You need to concentrate, not just on the droplets, but a certain point where you want it to." As he does that, and he says, "Okay," and for Bakugo, he says, "Katsuki Bakugo, you're doing it wrong." As he snaps his finger again, and Bakugo sees particles of nitrogen in the air, and he's like, "Why am I seeing things?" And Izuku says, "You are seeing particles of nitrogen. Use them to make a chain of attacks, and you can take as long as you want to understand them. I have all day." So, yeah. I'm not going to be giving more smart-ass ideas. I'm breaking brains. I know that. I'm breaking people's brains. Y'all niggas is going numb in the head. So, yeah. So that the sports festival ends with actually Bakugo winning. And you may be wondering why. Because of the chain attack with the nitrogen in the air. So, yeah. As Aizawa says, "Mysterious person, who are you?" As Izuku says, Now, Eraserhead. That's for me to know and you to find out. I'll be seeing you soon. Much sooner, that is. Well then, I'll be returning one of your students that has been kicked out of UA due to the school fees. I think her name is Momo Yayorozu, huh? Well then, you'll be seeing her real soon." As they're like, "What? How does he know Momo?" As he just flies off. As Pixie Bob, she runs out and says, "Wait," as Izuku floats down and says, "Yes." As Pixie Bob kisses him on the lips and says, "Thank you." As Izuku says, "You're very welcome, man. Goodbye now." As he floats off, and that's where I'm going to be leaving it off. I know I said I was going to leave it at Stain Arc. I don't want to now. Why? Because what I just did, it was not stalling. I did not clickbait y'all niggas. Don't play with me. So yeah, I did not stall for time. I actually helped with the storyline. So yeah, I'm going to be leaving it off right here because, well, it went over its, like, the usual limits. 30 and above. So yeah. So what If Deku Was Betrayed version 2 will be out soon. So yeah, bye guys.